Hello, parents and families. My name is Mr. Holmes, and I am the yearbook advisor for this year at BHS. Primarily, I teach biology. I teach a few classes of science, and then I run over to yearbook, and I'm having a lot of fun so far. All right, so the purpose of this slideshow is just to let you know a little bit more about what your students will be learning in this class and how they will be working together to create a yearbook for the end of the year for all the student body and staff. So one thing I tell the students right off the bat is that this process is not going to be linear. It's not going to go straight from point A to point B, right? But rather it's going to look something like this. A lot messier, right? We're trying to come up with a theme, slogan, kind of an aesthetic look for our yearbook. Okay, and that might change several times, be altered throughout the course of the year as we put the book together. So it's okay that we're going to have ups and downs. We'll go back, revise certain sections. So I just want to make that clear that this class is sort of a creative chaos kind of class, but good chaos. All right, a few things that it's going to include and what your student is going to get practice with and learn. Journalism is a big part of it, with going to talk to other students, staff, attending sporting events, club events, really getting that practice talking to other people, interviewing other people is a big part of it. Photography obviously is a big part of it as well. Okay, so learning how to go on campus, take photos, come back, edit them, decide which ones might be the most memorable to put in the yearbook in certain sections, etc., etc. Graphic design is also a piece of this class, right? We want our yearbook at the end of the year to be visually appealing, right, and pop to the eye, right? So we want to get practice with graphic design for this class. Okay, the way we publish the book is actually through computers, right? So we use a program actually called Studio Balfour, and that is where we put together the entire book. And we have certain deadlines throughout the year that we will send in certain amounts of pages for publishing. Okay, and then at the end of the year, that book will ship to BHS and we'll distribute it. Okay. Also, this class includes a lot of real life skills, including communication, building relationships, being a leader, engaging with the student body, right? Interviewing, taking photos, those sorts of things can offer a lot of great real life skills for your students. So here's some BHS yearbook basic facts. These numbers will change depending on the year. But back at volume 82 a couple years ago, we are currently working on volume 82. Volume 80. We are working on volume 82 this year. So that was about 300 pages, and we ended up printing about 1,000 copies. That number will likely increase this year since we have a lot more students at Bothell. But the page number will probably stay similar to 300. The yearbooks are about $50 a copy, and the price then jumps up to about $60 at the end of the year. But our publisher that we use is called Balfour Taylor, and that's based in Dallas, Texas. So that's where the book is ultimately printed once we send in the different sections. All right, so finally, how you can all help. So home computers, your students' Chromebooks should be able to sign on to what we call Balfour Studio Works. They don't have access to it quite yet, but we will give all your students access to that once we start actually creating the book online. Please, as a parent or guardian, share your experiences, ideas. Maybe you have some industry experience with photography or digital design. So please share your ideas with your student, but also me as well, if you want to reach out. You can absolutely volunteer. There's a lot of work to do for this book. So, and I've got a lot of ideas if you would like to help. So just reach out if you're interested in that. Please ask and send me your questions, comments, concerns about your students' success in the class, or just any questions in general about putting together a yearbook. And that email would be jholmes@nsd.org. All right, that's all I have for this video, but again, please reach out if you have questions, and I'm looking forward to building a yearbook with your students this year. All right, take care.